CNN has just released new footage of Floyd Mayweather leaving the country late last night following a federal raid on his properties. Yesterday, Homeland Security agents conducted raids on two of Mayweather's homes, one in Miami and another in Las Vegas, amid serious allegations of fraud and involvement in scam operations. While several of his employees, friends, and family members were present during the raids, Mayweather himself was notably absent. Authorities had been tracking his whereabouts closely, which ultimately led them to his Miami residence. However, he was already gone by the time they arrived. Federal agents remain on high alert as the investigation into Mayweather's alleged criminal activities continues to unfold. According to an anonymous witness, Floyd Mayweather's house was raided as part of a continued investigation into fraudulent properties he had been boasting about. During the raid, authorities recovered fake documents and ownership certificates related to some of his properties. A major issue surrounding Mayweather is his substantial debt. The witness confirmed that Floyd owes a significant amount in taxes, has unpaid bills to car dealers nationwide, and is in debt to multiple jewelry and fashion stores. These financial troubles are central to the ongoing investigation into his alleged fraudulent activities. Floyd Mayweather is also facing numerous issues related to contracts and endorsement deals worth millions, which he has failed to fulfill. According to the witness, Floyd owes a lot of money, and at this point, the only way to recover the funds is to seize some of his properties to gain access to the fake certificates he uses as collateral whenever he needs to secure money. When federal agents raided his Miami home, they hoped to find Mayweather there. However, after discovering he wasn't present, they conducted an extensive search of the house. They left with jewelry and documents, including some crucial ones they believed Floyd would soon request. Soon after the raid, reports and videos surfaced showing Mayweather leaving the United States aboard his private jet. His destination sparked controversy after he whistled many with an Instagram post claiming he was headed to China. However, after further investigation, federal agents traced his flight details and discovered he was actually heading to Dubai. This is the same city where Mayweather was involved in a controversy last year, sharing multiple pictures from the airport and his jet. In an attempt to conceal his whereabouts, Mayweather made false claims on social media, stating he was being paid handsomely to live it up while traveling abroad. He used the post caption to boast about the large sums of money being attached to his name for such excursions, intentionally misleading fans and federal agents to hide his true location.
Not bad for a high school dropout.
In a recent post from Beijing, China, Floyd Mayweather shared his experience visiting the Great Wall, one of the world's wonders. He mentioned that it had always been on his travel bucket list and expressed how special it was to come with a group of 23 people. He added, "It doesn't hurt to get paid $3 million just to visit and vacation here in luxury for a few days." Mayweather further boasted about how his wealth allows him to live differently, move differently, and dress differently. While the exact purpose of the $3 million payment remains unclear, it is evident that Mayweather is enjoying the perks of his fortune. However, despite the claim of being in China, federal agents later confirmed that Mayweather was actually in Dubai, not Beijing. In one photo, he was even seen carrying a luxury Birkin handbag, worth around $80,000.
You know, I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. It's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to go check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell you, you tell me.
We got a little rose gold sky dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, like the best of the champ.
Now when you guys come here,
There's no telling how much the rest of Floyd Mayweather's outfit cost, but as always, Money Mayweather continues to push the narrative that money is never an issue for him. However, aside from the investigations by federal agents, a former employee, who chose to remain anonymous, revealed more about Floyd's whereabouts and the real reason for his sudden trip. According to the ex-worker, Mayweather is still dealing with unresolved issues involving Dubai authorities from a year ago. His current visit, the source claims, is not just a vacation, but an attempt to settle those lingering matters. Reportedly, Mayweather had been given a 1-year ultimatum to address the situation. Additionally, the source stated that he traveled to Dubai to finalize some legitimate brand deals after being summoned. Despite his public image of luxury and wealth, behind the scenes, Mayweather appears to be juggling both legal and financial complications. Floyd Mayweather had promised officials in Dubai that he would stage a major boxing event, claiming it would help boost the city's sports scene, similar to Saudi Arabia's success. In return, he was paid a significant sum to bring boxing to the region. However, after receiving the money, Floyd backed out, later claiming that fighting there would damage his reputation. Unfortunately, that was just the beginning. According to a recent trip was both a strategic escape and an effort to negotiate a way out of his obligations. Despite gambling being illegal in Dubai, the ex-employee revealed that Floyd secretly gambled and lost heavily, accumulating massive debts and worsening his situation. Former employee, Mayweather's financial issues in Dubai run deep and could take years to resolve. His
Today, we got 2 different numbers checked out. See down here? Look at the color up top. Time big to go big. Let's see you guys real later.
Floyd Mayweather reportedly gambled far beyond his limits during his time in Dubai, spending well over his budget. But being Money Mayweather, he managed to get more cash from people who expected him to pay it back, only for him to leave the country without settling those debts. While many believe he's free in the clear, that's far from the truth. According to a former employee, the only thing Floyd has done is keep the situation quiet. In reality, he's in serious trouble. The same source who had been questioned during Mayweather's last incident in Dubai shared fresh insights, saying he hasn't spoken to Floyd recently, but remains close with Floyd's right-hand man. "I've known him for 25 years, he said. I tried reaching out to see what was going on, but he didn't respond. When he finally did, he didn't want to talk much, just said, 'Look, they got him over there.' It was clear. Floyd had been stuck in Dubai for about a month, and the issue reportedly involved unpaid money. The source added, 'Floyd has money, but let's hope they don't take this legal.'"
So, y'all gotta know the difference between a hack bag.
Sources claim Floyd Mayweather owes money to several individuals over a failed transaction, and they're now seeking repayment. In Dubai, things work differently. Legal matters can escalate quickly, and disputes don't always go through traditional court systems. According to a close associate, it could have gotten really bad for him. He was basically kidnapped, no passport, nothing. But he was still living it up in a 6-star hotel, being the usual Floyd Mayweather. The source went on to explain that past financial missteps are now catching up with him, and his current trip to Dubai might be more about negotiating a settlement than just luxury travel.
Problem he going through, I think it may be getting real.
Wow, that's crazy, man. And you would figure his big homie Al Heyman would rectify it.
Al's a powerhouse. Al's that dude. Al should be able to rectify anything. He's a Harvard lawyer. He's smart. He got PBC. He
Correct.
raised the
Floyd Mayweather made over $1 billion in his career. Everyone knows that. But when you earn that much and spend just as heavily, the money doesn't last the way people think. While he still has money, it may not be what those in Dubai are after. According to sources, the debts he owes there are so serious that even his wealth won't be enough to resolve the situation this time. Fortunately for Floyd, he was eventually released in Dubai, a huge relief that allowed him to resume his business activities, possibly return to the gym, and continue his public life. However, the situation has reportedly worsened back in the United States. Unlike in Dubai, where only he and his private jet were held, with police guarding the aircraft to prevent escape, his legal troubles in America are much broader. Following recent allegations of fraud and financial crimes, it's now being said that many of his assets may soon be seized. This revelation comes from a former employee who claims the worst may still be ahead for the boxing legend.
money in the world. I think they may not want it. Some different countries be wanting different things. Think about it. How many times have, we've been involved with something And we go, nah, man, we just throw some paper at it. And I'm talking back in the days when we was doing our little 1-2s.
Correct.
And nah, they don't want to drop the case. You be like, I'll put the money up for the lawyer. I'll put the money up for the bail. They don't.
The former employee confirmed the escalating situation in an interview, stating, yeah, things have gotten more complicated lately, mainly with his accounts and properties. They're trying to force the payment and are willing to go to any length. Floyd is handling it well and we hope it gets resolved, but this is crazy if you ask me. It seems Floyd Mayweather's debts have continued to pile up over the past few months, prompting him to begin selling off some of his properties. This move appears to be an attempt to prevent federal agents from seizing them. However, as federal authorities have already demonstrated, they are a few steps ahead of Mayweather. Interestingly, Floyd initially framed the property sales as part of a plan to diversify his investments. Yet Leonard Ellerby offered a slightly different narrative, saying many of these properties have been on the market for this reason, so it's not bad if they take them. We're planning to do the same as well. This suggests the sales may be more about damage control than strategy.
We really don't got no paper like that saved up. So even if he's making $100 million, if he's burning through 5, 6, 7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got 10 billion. And I hope he get out of his
fact. That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
Yeah, I think he could do that with no problem.
Not long ago, Floyd Mayweather listed several of his properties for sale, leaving fans puzzled about the sudden move. Known for his immense wealth and a real estate portfolio valued at over $250 million, the decision sparked curiosity. Many question why someone so closely associated with success and luxury would part with such prized assets. Mayweather, famous for his extravagant lifestyle and savvy investments, claimed in his social media post that he was simply looking to diversify his portfolio. However, the unexpected nature of the sales led many to wonder if there was more to the story.
Really is something.
He did. He made $1 billion plus. Floyd made a lot of money. And I don't really know Floyd's business, so I'm not going to speak on Floyd's business. But Floyd's very, very, as we all the world knows, he's money made, very flashy. Look, man, you know, we both made some real money, but you know, you start burning through, you make $2-3 million a year, you burning through $100,000 a month. You ain't really got that much money.
Shit, he probably spending way more than that.
No, I'm talking regular dudes. Say we made $3 million, we burning through $100,000 a month.
Among Floyd Mayweather's impressive assets, 9 skyscrapers stand out, most notably One Vanderbilt, a 93-story marvel often seen as the crown jewel of his portfolio. However, Mayweather recently surprised many by announcing not just sales, but a reinvestment strategy focused on broader real estate opportunities. Taking to Instagram, he framed the move as a strategic shift, stating, "After years of dedicated hard work and effort, I've successfully secured generational wealth for my family." Despite his explanation, the timing has raised questions about his true motivations.
I don't always talk about different things that I'm doing. You know, what I'm working on right now in New York City, I know you guys, if you guys haven't seen one of my buildings, is One Summit, you know.
Yes.
You know, it's actually it's one of the tallest commercial buildings in the world. So just in New York alone, I got 9 skyscrapers.
Yeah. What's the address of that building?
So what I'm working on, I want you guys to know this. So, you know, my thing is this. I just like to, you know, bring you guys into my world, let you know that, you know, I'm not faking it. When I say I got certain things, it's not bragging or boasting. I'm just saying that.
In his post, Floyd Mayweather highlighted his ownership of over 24 mortgage-free residences across the U.S., offering insight into his evolving investment approach. Recognizing the opportune moment, he wrote, "I'm considering selling specific properties to reinvest in a broader spectrum of real estate assets, encompassing all classes, not just residential." Mayweather went on to explain that his investment strategy has matured, and he is now focused on seeking new opportunities and ventures. This marks a significant shift away from prioritizing luxury and high-value properties, signaling a more diverse and calculated approach to real estate. His decision reflects not just financial savvy, but also adaptability, reinforcing Mayweather's reputation for navigating complex financial landscapes with success and foresight.